I'm the Sammy Davis, and this is Some Dumb News. Seattle schools are suing tech giants for harming young people's mental health. This is reported from NPR, but coming from the Associated Press. And I did want to talk about a little bit when it comes to the studies involved, but let's take a look at this story. The public school district in Seattle has filed a novel lawsuit against the tech giants behind TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Snapchat, seeking to hold them accountable for the mental health crisis among youth. Seattle Public Schools filed the lawsuit Friday in U.S. District Court. The 91-page complaint says the social media companies have created a public nuisance by targeting their products to children. Now, I am posting this video on YouTube, and one of the things that YouTube does is they make you say whether or not your video was intended for children, and there isn't a lot of policing going on for people who click yes. I have my channel set to no because I assume that those of you coming here are a little bit older, a little more mature, don't necessarily need their hands held through everything. But there are kids who use all of these websites all the time, and they don't know what is real, what is fake, what was just made up, and what wasn't. I was a dumb kid once, now I'm a dumb grown-up, and I still get fooled by things on the internet. Continuing, it blames them for worsening mental health and behavioral disorders, including anxiety, depression, disordered eating, and cyberbullying, making it more difficult to educate students and forcing schools to take steps such as hiring additional mental health professionals, developing lesson plans about the effects of social media, and providing additional training to teachers. The complaint says defendants have successfully exploited the vulnerable brains of youth, hooking tens of millions of students across the country into positive feedback loops of excessive use and abuse of defendants' social media platforms. Worse, the content defendants curate and direct to youth is too often harmful and exploitive. So, of course, the big tech companies have not immediately responded, and they probably won't respond. They're probably getting their lawyers all geared up and ready to go, but, you know, hopefully they have something to say. I doubt it, though. While federal law helps protect online companies from liability arising from what third-party users post on their platforms, the lawsuit argues that provision does not protect the tech giants' behavior in this case. They allege defendants affirmatively recommend and promote harmful content to youth, such as pro-anorexia and eating disorder content. This is one of those things that still kind of surprises me, and I'm sure that it's not going to surprise you. You're a savvy internet user. But when you jump on the internet, what you see is unique to you. You might see a few things that other people will see, but hundreds of millions of people will not be seeing the content that you see. But it creates this idea in your head that because you have seen this stuff, it is public knowledge. Lots of people should have seen it, but that's really not the case. And so essentially what they are alleging is that these tech companies have catered their algorithms to the worst parts of humanity, not the best. And so when students are curious about these ideas, it tells the algorithm, show more of this, and then students are shown more and more crap. But I wanted to jump in and talk about mental health effects of being on social media, not just browsing and looking for things, but actually posting and trying to put yourself out there. I am no stranger to putting in a lot of work for something that I'm proud of and then having it completely ignored because no one cares. No one needs to care. It's not on them to care. But I care immensely, and it does impact my mental health, and I'm a full-grown adult, you know? I've got hair on my face. Let's move on with the lawsuit, though. It says that from 2009 to 2019, there was, on average, a 30% increase in the number of Seattle public school students who reported feeling so sad or helpless almost every day for 2 weeks or more in a row. A 30% increase in feelings of hopelessness among students. They haven't even had the opportunity to have the world shove their worthlessness into their faces yet. They are already being judged based on things that they have no control over. They are already judging themselves for things that other people are posting online, and that is kind of sad. The school district is hoping to get the companies to stop creating a public nuisance, to award damages, and to pay for the stuff that they've already dealt with, like hiring more counselors and educating people on prevention of social media addiction. I say people, these are children, these are kids, these are little ones who are having their brains manipulated by major tech companies. But does their lawsuit have any standing? Well, according to a new study, social media use is linked to brain changes in teens. So this new study has identified a possible link between frequently checking social media and brain changes that are associated with having less control of impulsive behaviors among young adolescents. And if I'm honest with you, it might also include older adults like myself who have had issues with impulse control. This study was published fairly recently in the Journal of the American Medical Association. I'm going to link to this article below. You can take a look at it, see what they had to say about it. But the results do show that the students who used social media more frequently had increased activation in parts of their brain, possibly making them more prone to peer feedback and hypersensitivity, and possibly leading to changes in impulse control and regulation. So it's not like this is brand new information. This is stuff that is constantly coming out, and this is hardly the first study to show a harmful link between social media use and adolescent brain development. But one of the things that I love about the NPR article is that they remind us that back in 2021, a Facebook whistleblower revealed that the company knew that their products were harming teens. They knew that the constant use of Facebook and Instagram was having a negative impact on their own customers, but they decided to keep going. They decided to keep using the algorithm that they're using because it's better for advertising. Anyway, this is not the only lawsuit that social media companies are faced with right now. In addition to families who are suing these major companies, you've also got the US government that is trying to regulate the use of TikTok in particular, but I'm sure they are looking at social media in general. My very early and uneducated guess is that all of these tech companies are going to hire several lawyers who are going to delay and make it very expensive for the Seattle Public School District to retain their own lawyers, so that hopefully Seattle school districts will just settle out of court and these companies will not have to actually do anything to fix the problem. Anyway, I'm Sammy Davis. I will be back for more dumb news in the future. I'm still trying to figure out how to do everything I want to do. I've got this green screen that I'm trying to learn how to use, but as you see by the stars above my head, I still haven't quite figured out all the lighting and all that other jazz. So be patient with me while I learn how to be one of those media peoples. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, do all the things, and I will see you next time.